For killers, whenever you decide to spend money on an outfit, the weapon is the most important part of it, since it's the part that you will be looking at whenever you play. As such, weapons are the key part of an outfit for killers, and today I will be giving my opinion on the best weapons in first person point of view. We will be not rating these entire outfits, but only the weapons and how they look like in first person. Let's start. Wraith, Country Roads. Not only is the name amazing, but the weapon in first person looks really cool. The thing is, I might be biased for this weapon. This is how the weapon of a dude that works on a car wrecker looks like if you asked me. A rusty stick with license plates bent to inflict the maximum amount of pain. Not only that, but something I adore of the skin that I don't think many people notice is how after every hit, it looks like the weapon is telling you, bro. It might be a coincidence or a detail that some artist thought it would be fun, but just because of that, it's my favorite weapon on Wraith. Trickster's Blazing Bat. This is probably the thinnest weapon in the game, and I love it. It does not occupy a lot of the screen, so it gives more visibility than the bat snake from a previous Rift. It looks sleek, and also, it has a very cool neon effect that changes its color and glows in the dark. This weapon is really cool, and for me personally, satisfying to use. Deathslinger Spirit of Belfast. This is by far my favorite rifle of Deathslinger. Not only does the rifle become more clean and metallic instead of woody and old, but it also has an amazing gold colored part on the front and engravings that you clean with your finger after shooting. The best bayonet in my opinion. And finally, there is something so unique about the part where Deathslinger puts his finger after shooting that I love. It looks like a small piston, and it's only visible if you use the perk that increases the FOV like Shadowborn or Monitor and Abuse. Unless they release a cooler rifle skin, this for me is the best by far. And since you use it a lot as a Deathslinger, this is one of the most worth purchases for me in the game. Huntress, Battle Tested Axe. Now I have to admit that a lot of Huntress axes look amazing, and Behavior went ahead and gave her probably the best weapons in the game. But if I had to choose one of her axes as the best, then for me, the Battle Tested Axe is by far the best axe in the entire game. All of the Huntress weapons look rustic, medieval, or fairy tale inspired, like her Mordeo axe, the Baba Yaga one, or my personal favorite, the Birch axe. But this one is slick, and it definitely feels like the deadliest of all. This is for me the axe that feels the best to use and see in first person, and I am really sad that you cannot use a different weapon with a legendary skin, because I would love to use it with my Baba Yaga. Hillbilly Shotguns. There is something so funny about a redneck using the stock of a shotgun to attack survivors instead of shooting with it, and that's why I love this weapon. It's small compared to Hillbilly's weapons that occupy the entire screen, and they also look really nice. What I also like of these weapons is that compared to the rest, you have a wide variety of shotguns that you can use. Maybe you want one with spikes on the stock, maybe you want one with wires, or simply a bandaged one. There is a lot to choose from, adding variety to these amazing weapons, a plus that I don't see that much nowadays. Spirit's Gelid Katana. A lot of the Spirit's weapons are amazing to look at, but due to the nature of her, most of the time you will only see a small tip in your hand. As such, the Gelid Katana is for me personally the most distinct and unique katana for Spirit, if you can even call it like that, because it's literally a lot of ice spikes that she uses to attack. Also, fun fact, this weapon used to have a different sound effect before, but now it does the same one as the default katana. I wish they kept that thing, but I guess something happened. Ghostface, Crisp Tactical Knife. Another weapon that is part of the same collection, the Icicle of Ghostface is the most unique and cool weapons in the entire game in my opinion. Not only that, but it comes with the benefit that it glows a lot on first person, and it also looks amazing after you hit a survivor. Now, a lot of Ghostface knives are amazing, and I have to admit that, but in terms of uniqueness, this is by far the best one he got. Sadako's Prestige Weapon. This is by far the best prestige weapon of the entire game. It is the most unique one, the only prestige weapon that actually changes the weapon of the killer instead of adding simple blood and veins, and also really distinct compared to the rest of weapons in the game. Now, I do own the other ultra rare skin for Sadako, and I love the green recolor, but this one is free. All you have to do is prestige. For that reason alone, I think this weapon beats the neon green one by a long shot. The Pig's Drill Weapon. This is one of the coolest weapons in the game, and the main reason is that this is the first weapon ever that introduced a custom sound effect. That's right, when you attack with this weapon, it sounds like a drill instead of a normal blade, which is amazing. I do have to admit a downside, and that is the possibility of this weapon being very loud and annoying to users once you play Pig a lot. The Dredge, Bludgeon of Baubles. Another weapon that comes with the benefit of being unique, but not only that, this weapon is the best weapon in terms of content you get, because not only it has a fully new sound effect for every action your killer takes, but it also has a different cooldown animation than the base one. This weapon is by far the weapon that changes the killer the most, and it's technically a part of the body of the Dredge. If all weapons of the game had the same quality standard as this one, they might be worth it for the price. As it stands now, using this piece of cosmetic is the only one in the game that makes me feel like I am playing a different monster. The Oni's Legendary Blade. If there was one weapon I have to choose as my absolute favorite one in the entire game, then this one wins the prize as the best weapon in the game by far. Does it have any custom sounds? Nope. Animations? No neither. Instead, it is a simple katana with a literal face ripped and put on top of it, so in first person, you see the face of a poor victim that got their face absolutely skinned. This weapon is by far the most brutal weapon of the entire game, and the goriest, scariest weapon as well. Imagine being the victim of this attack, and best of all, you can get this weapon for free if you spend your iridescent shards. And these are my choices for the best weapon skins in the game. Do you have one that you love that I didn't mention in my video? I'm sure a lot of Legion mains are going to attack me because of that, but I have to say something. Legion has some of the best weapon customization in the game, but I just don't have it, so I cannot showcase them on my video. Please comment down below so I get to see your opinions. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.